About a really cool event coming up called the Firefighter Throwdown.
It's a heated competition between firefighters from all across the country, including one from here in the Pittsburgh area. And we're excited to have him with us this morning. We welcome Chris Cerci, along with the creator of the Throwdown, to tell us the important reason behind the competition, John Carpenter. Good morning.
Hi, gentlemen. Welcome. Glad you've joined us. John, tell us about this event and how you came up with it and why.
Well, I own a marketing firm, and I had a vitamin client, and I was going from CrossFit to CrossFit event across the country, especially the games out in LA, and I kept running into firefighters. And every time I started talking with a firefighter, they're saying, you know what, something like this should exist for the fire industry. And then, as part
something
of
like CrossFit,
like CrossFit functional fitness.
Yes.
Something that would get the firefighters involved with health, wellness, fitness, and exercise, and just allow them an avenue to bring it to the forefront. Yeah. So came up with the idea of the Firefighter Throwdown. Had a client in the fire industry. They're nozzle manufacturer out in Elkhart, Indiana, Elkhart Brass, and said to them, "What about doing this?" And you being the presenting sponsor, they said, "Go for it. Let's do it." And from that point on, it's just rolled.
And here you are competing. Yes. What's it been like for you to be able to be a part of this?
It's been a really great opportunity, and lo and behold, John being from Pittsburgh was a plus. We've become very good friends over the last 3 competitions, from last year in San Diego and in Dallas, and now back in San Diego in a few weeks. It's been a really great opportunity. I've been an athlete my whole life for the most part, so that competitive spirit still drove me. And the firefighter athlete part of it with the firefighter challenge and the firefighter throwdown has been a lot of fun.
And is part of it due to the fact, guys, that heart attacks are the #1 killer of firefighters? I mean, you guys you put out a lot when you're out there on the job, and sometimes guys go down, don't they?
Yes, unfortunately, the status quo has become unfit firefighters, and cardiac and stroke-related deaths has become acceptable in the fire service. Not that it means that we don't want to change things, but that's a statistic in the fire service we could change if we decided to do so on our own. It would start with leadership and progressive programs inside the firehouse, and each department needs to be accountable for their own. You can't look at it on a national level to force somebody to change things because it's just too large of a scale.
Right.
So it all starts at home. It starts with each firefighter to be accountable to his own self, to his fitness levels, and for the department to support those guys when they're trying to train and get healthy.
Yeah.
Well, and it sounds like this is one avenue to inspire some people like yourself to get healthy and stay healthy.
It has. And like I said, these events are a lot of fun. They're grueling.
Let's look at some pictures of what you guys actually do.
Absolutely.
Tell me what you actually do in the competition when you say it's grueling.
John mentioned CrossFit.
Oh, there you are.
Yeah, John mentioned CrossFit. There I'm probably doing pull-ups.
Yep.
It was probably that workout consisted of pull-ups. I think there might have been some deadlifts. I can't remember. There you
go. Deadlift there.
That's actually the middle of a thruster, what we call a thruster, which is like a squat with a press at the top.
How much are you lifting there? How heavy was that?
I think 225 pounds.
Whoa.
So, and that is the block I'm holding there weighs 70 pounds, and you're doing a high number of repetitions, which really fatigues the body.
Squats or duck walks, or what are you doing?
That's a squat.
Okay.
You're doing squats with
like how many repetitions?
That one I think was 30.
Oh, my goodness.
So, and then you're going right from that move to another move. So there's no time for rest, and that's the idea, is to keep the body moving at a high intensity for a period of time. Because on a fire scene, that's how you operate.
Now you have female firefighters, like we have female police officers. Do they compete as well?
Yeah,
and if so, is it against the guys or against each other?
I'm gonna let John refer to that one. He's got some good comments on the females.
Okay.
Yeah. Again, this whole thing's been a learning experience with the throwdown and the culture of the firefighters. But the women are actually some of the most enthusiastic, the hardest drivers, and also the ones who are taking it upon themselves within the firehouse to spread the word and get fitness programs organized. So they may be fewer in number, but more vocal and more enthusiastic than a lot of the guys. And it's been refreshing to see. And they're just incredible
Look at this.
competitors.
Yeah, you
That
go.
is
Now,
so
this
cool.
one, this woman's actually 50 years old. She's
No
the
way.
Masters, yeah, and she's been
That
doing,
is
and she
awesome.
truly sets the bar for everybody.
That is so cool.
That's a lot of core strength right there.
Oh yeah, and
Look
this
at
woman,
this.
this woman's from Denver. She's been the #1 winner a couple of times. She's only about 5'2",
Jeez.
5'3" maybe, and she's just a killer athlete.
Look at her go.
That is
Love
incredible.
it.
Wow. Well, Chris, I mean, you live this every day with men and women in the firehouse. What is it that is causing the lack of health, good health, that we're seeing so many heart attacks among firefighters?
Well, I mean, is it reflective of society in
Yeah.
general? I mean, it's just.
I think that's part of it, but I'm not going to make that as an excuse.
Okay.
That's unacceptable. When you enter the fire service, you know the job can be physically demanding. I myself, and I try to encourage other firefighters, accountability starts right here at home with your own. I hold myself accountable to the firefighter working next to me, that if something happens, I'm capable of getting him out of a building.
Yeah.
And I hope in return, I can depend on him
he
to
would
do the same for me. And I also hold myself accountable to my family. I mean, at the end of the day, our goal is that every firefighter goes home.
Yeah.
Whether we don't want them to go, we don't want medical issues, we don't want physical issues.
Right.
And training and staying healthy can prevent both of those from happening.
Wow, well, it's such a great idea you came up with, Chris, and John, and good luck, Chris, at the big
Thank you.
competition in San Diego.
Thank you,
Thank you very
guys.
much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. And to find out more about the Firefighter Throwdown competitions, you can go to kdka.com/PTL. We've got a link posted for you right there, and we'd like to wish Chris good luck, who is going to be taking part in this month's Throwdown, as Christine said, out there in San Diego. We'll be pulling for you. Anybody else from the McKeesport department going?
No, sir. No, I'm on my own. I've been on my own for a while.
Good for you.
You can do it.
Go get them.
All right.
Thank you, Chris.
Up next.